Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I am Lilia, and if you've been following the story so far of Stanley, things are a bit sad. Because in the last episode, the ending we got was the death of Stanley, and also it seemed like he was a bit mad. That part, of course, is unsurprising. But this time, I'm going to go through the left door and explore everything the left door has to offer, and hope for the best. Also, was that phone ringing before? I don't think it was. Hello?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Wait, so my wife is real? And that's not my office. Why'd she call me on that phone? Uh-huh. Weird. Narrator guy? Hello?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I went to the left. Oh, this room.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Right. Okay, we don't need to do the broom closet again. We went down
Coming
last
to a
time.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm pretty sure there was only one path down there, right? I don't remember another path. Executive bathroom. Fancy. Wait, this looks like... Oh. Hello? Boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Good lord.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Yeah.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Wow.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Right. Sewage Lilies by Claude Money. I am the most expensive boss. Carte blanche.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Right. Couldn't possibly know.
2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Dude, this room is incredibly inefficiently large, by the way. Okay, now we're behind the walls for some reason. And why does his boss have this secret elevator in his room?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
He was mind controlled.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Oh. I want to know about the mind control.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Oh, hey.
Did he have the strength to find out?
That's where we were before, up there. Yeah, I got the strength to find out.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
It's pretty messed up. Okay. Yeah, what do I do now? All right. Oh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's a scary thought.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Ooh.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. Let's do it, Stanley. Let's do it. Facility power. So we're just gonna power it down. Okay. That powers that door. Offline. Still doesn't explain why nobody's here. Mind control idle, awaiting input. Mind control system.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Yeah.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Uh-oh.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Okay.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Does that mean something?
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway.
Do I
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
3
I
blue.
erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Okay, blue is 3.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Red
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
something.
buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Press
Other
any
times,
key to send
I
power
let the
surge.
office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Okay, there's
I have to
buttons
say this, though.
here.
This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be
3
even
attempts
better.
remaining? Okay.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Thank
Why
you.
not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Fail safe.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Yeah, I did.
And look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No,
Wait, I
these
can't do this
colored ones.
anymore?
Or maybe this big red button. Or this door.
Okay, 4 is up there.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Okay, where's
To see
5?
you
I know I
made
saw it.
humble.
Oh, there it
This
is.
is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee 427.
Take
No!
a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces.
Uh-oh.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Ah! Okay, the other things I didn't try was the numbers on the order of numbers on the wall. I think there's multiple things you can do in there. It did seem like it. Okay, let's go back.
Just a step through this. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
I forgot the code.
desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yes.
What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that
Sweet.
lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So
I
he
heard it-
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I walk forward into the passageway.
For another human life.
Okay,
For he would dismantle the controls once
0521.
and for all.
What if we type 0521? Okay, wait, we can't do 0. There's no 0 button, is there? I don't think. 5 is there. 3 is here. 4, 1, 2. No, there's no 0 button. So then that must not be a thing you can do. But then why is it there? It's down here. It's nice down here. Maybe it's 1421? Okay. Well, the first thing I wanted to actually try was, the order one, because I found out that 3 was blue. Or that blue was 3, rather.
And when at last he found the sword... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did, yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Control!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. More fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's
You have
your
3
time to
attempts remaining.
shine. You are the star. It's your story
Incorrect.
now.
Re-enter
Shape it to your
passcode.
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Weird.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
Yellow.
buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
What?
Other times,
Push
I
red
let the
button.
office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though.
Re-enter
This version
passcode.
of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Wait, now it's telling me to push the
My
right button
goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Fail
But
safe.
I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Oh!
Oh dear me, what's
Wait,
the
that
matter,
was
Stanley?
open! That was
Is it that
open!
you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Enable backup
I mean,
power
look
to
at you,
activate.
running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. 10, 100, 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me in the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley
Green.
died again.
What number
And
is green?
Stanley died again.
Goodbye, employee. What one is green?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me.
Boom, big
all
red
part
button,
of the
boom.
joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we
I'll go
fade
down
in
here.
until the moment I say, happily ever up.
All right. Well, at the end of that, I did get green to show up on the screen, but no number associated with it. So maybe. Oh,
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
yes. Oh gosh.
Understood. Your order will be canceled immediately. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Huh. I don't think I was supposed to be able to stand on that. That must have been a. Oh. Whee! Future Happiness Foundation? Heck yeah! I'm like, what am I, like a cat or something? Ordering a bunch of cardboard boxes. Okay, I'm gonna give up on the puzzles. I've tried that 4
When
times.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This time we're gonna go in there, but we're gonna press no. We're gonna turn the power off.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Thank you. Here we go.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is there something there? Oh, what's that? Hello?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh, go Stanley. I beat the game. Whoop, whoop. Okay, but that's not the last route, okay? I know that that's not the last route.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes. There's
When
one
Stanley
more
came
way.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did enter the door on his left. He went through here, and there was no
there was
one
not
here.
a single person here either.
Weird.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Okay, so once we get down this elevator, there's one more way we didn't go yet. The escape route. I think that's cool, though. Like, it does sort of seem like a metaphor for, you know, Stanley's mind and everything that's going on. I don't know if that's true or not, but whether or not the mind control thing is actually real, it could just mean that he made that decision
Stanley
within
walked
his
straight ahead
mind.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You know, it could just be that he decided within his mind to turn off the monotony or whatever, the day-to-day life that he was leading that made him unhappy, and just truly decided to be happy. And, you know, isn't that what we all should do? Let's escape, though. Let's escape instead.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oops. I'm gonna keep going anyway.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's fine. Oh. Well, all right. Nice knowing ya. Oh! Oh!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Okay, bye, world. Bye, wife. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
But... Oh. Ooh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path of Stanley's office to the doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay. Yeah. Gosh, it looks so familiar because I've walked it so many times. That's crazy. The pacing of the opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Yeah, I was thinking about that as I was playing, because they definitely have to make it so the narrator has enough time to say at least the important things before a speedy player would reach the next trigger to trigger the next dialogue. So it's pretty well designed. A set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley Parable's design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, the exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Yeah, and then it's just a big, like, two diverging paths in either direction, which you can kind of imagine, like, as you're playing it, which is pretty cool. Office computers. Hey, we get it up close. What does that say? He's installing something. This one is solitaire. Oh man, I'm so addicted to solitaire sometimes. You ever do that? Like, you just start playing solitaire and then you just can't stop. I lose like 90% of the time, but I just keep playing it anyway. We want to talk about a good, well-made game. Let's talk about solitaire, eh? The Office. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. I'm gonna have to look up whether or not there really was a puzzle to be solved in the mind control room, because, oh man, Stanley's computer. Because I was really trying hard. I'm sure you're supposed to try and figure it out like a few times, right? And then just give up. And that seems about right for this game. Well, maybe there is something there. Let me know in the comments below if there is. Credits. Written and designed by Davey Reedon and William Pugh. Good job. Good job, everybody. Great. Really cool game. Assuming this is actually the end. I mean, I don't know. It might not be. Boss's Office. Screen from the development of the Boss's Office. Oh, wow. Dude, the Boss's Office is freaking huge. It's just like Weirdly huge. Office clock. Yep, that looks familiar. Mm-hmm. Employee lounge. Mind control facility. Escape. An early version of the underground portion of the game. This is cool if it really is credits and stuff. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used.
Stanley walked through the green door.
Green door.
Then he pushed the number 4. Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. For sure, we're getting right back on track to where...
I wonder if that was about the mind control facility, but they didn't want to give it away, that there was no answer. Maybe there is an answer. What do I know? Okay, did I get everything? No, I gotta go over here still. The office. Maintenance room. Nice. Point of standard parable HD remix is to lose. The point is to win. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? These are screenshots of Stanley Parable HD remix. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley and less Stanley. Ooh. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page only had a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Aww. Warzone. Did I miss this? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Alien base. I would have liked that. I would have been all for that. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrators for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are some selection of emails. Dear narrator, will the Stanley Parable have infinite quests? There's a skeleton inside you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Okay. What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. Me too. Really want to know. Please, I would like to keep this proposal as top secret and delete it. If you are not interested, and get back to me if you're interested for details in regards to transfer $24 million to you. This money initially belongs to the Libyan client who died. I'm playing the Stanley Parable. Help me make friends. I don't have any friends. Oh, that's sad. Okay, well, those are silly. The lounge. Not as beautiful as the final one, I gotta say. The apartment timer. In a previous version, the choice leading to the apartment ending, the timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. I never got that ending! Did I? Not picking up the phone with these... Or did I? I don't remember that. I'm sure I missed a few things. Cargo lift was always intended to offer a choice of staying or jumping into a different path. However, in this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I like that. Cargo lift. The second version of the functionality is the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Yeah, that looks a bit like an really old FPS map. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably missed at least one ending. You guys will have to fill me in on what I missed in the comments. Okay. 427. From the left's the evolution of Stanley's office. The first was created in November 2011, second in March 2012, and the third in February. Ooh, he gets 2 computers there. Wow. I think this one was good. Very good. 2 computers seems a bit much for Stanley, you know? Game design mock-up. This is a level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout for this mock-up is still the game. Employee Center. Okay. Cool. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in the beta. Oh. An early version of the countdown room. Dang. That's very different. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed the 2 endings together instead. Oh, okay. One of the deaths from an early version of the countdown ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending. Oh, how am I still finding new... Okay, wait. Boss's office. Okay, alright. Now I'm back around. Now I have gone around the entire thing. Now we shall go... Wait, I'm not done yet. I haven't been in here. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Okay. Did I miss something there too? Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon it and change it again before launch. Game is now paused. Begin the game again. Resume the game. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when a player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. These levers were originally part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Dang, I feel like I've missed a lot. Maybe not too much though, maybe only... Uh-oh! Don't crash! Oh my god, please don't crash. It crashed. Alright, well, I just have begin the game now, which I don't know if this is going to start a new game, but there's all these achievements that I didn't get. Completed under 4 minutes, not including loading times. Played standing variable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. This is an achievement. Click on the door 435 times. I don't know what that, maybe you have to press 8 that many times. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. An unachievement. It is impossible to get this achievement. Okay, besides the speed run one, I think I got the 2 that were necessary, but if I go to the credits, does it bring me back to that white room? No. Click to skip. Wait, this is the beginning again. So I did finish. Oh, I'm so mad it crashed. I wanted to go to the exit thing. I think I saw pretty much everything, but I just didn't get to go to the exit, right? Let's just check.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm pretty sure this is a new game.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Cause I don't know. I'm gonna just try to go the same path and see if it lets me.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe we'll get the speedrun achievement by doing this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Speed run, baby! Okay, are you gonna open it right away? No.
Stepping in.
Okay,
When every
back
path
here.
you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless,
Right.
making life the same. Do you see now?
Uh-huh.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yep. Unless you get the freedom ending, and then he's not, right? Then he's not. Okay, let's just go this way. We weren't able to do this last time.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What do you mean on and off?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Yeah.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Okay.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
But how do I know what's gonna happen if I don't do... I did it. Okay. Well, god damn it. There's... Was that really an ending? Come on. Ugh. And then it just starts over again. Oh, man.
This is the story.
All right. Well, this is the story of Stanley. I'm sure that I have missed at least 2 endings, and that might be another ending, but I'm just not sure I feel like playing through that whole thing again just to get to that. Not that it takes very long, but it's just, you know, there's only a number of times that I want to repeat the same section of gameplay to get another line of dialogue. So instead, let me know in the comments below how much I missed. And I will now say my thoughts on the game. Honestly, this game is really cool. It is, you know, it's a walking simulator. It is. There's not really any puzzles. It's an interesting game. It's all about the story and just exploring every single branch and every single nook and cranny and just squeezing the narrative essence out of the game as much as you can until you've had enough and you're done. Very well written, very cool. I'm glad I experienced it. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's in the Source engine, which makes it really cool. There was a couple parts earlier on in the story where I was, you know, I was cracking up. I thought it was really, really, really smart, really cute, really well done. And I think it's really fun that there's lots of different endings. I guess my only complaint is that sometimes in order to get the other sections of endings or to explore a little bit, you do start to feel like you're repeating a lot of content, which is fatiguing. It's like you get the gamer fatigue where you're just like, all right, let me just get to the end. And I was definitely trying to treat the game with respect and let it play out all it needed to play out. But even so, like, some of the times when I thought I was repeating stuff I had already done, there would be like a random new line of dialogue from the narrator, and that was surprising. So, you know, you can tell that there was just an absolute phenomenal amount of thought and testing done on this game to get it to where it is, which is really, really, really cool. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching this beautiful game and my playthrough of it. If you haven't yet seen me play Portal 1 or 2, go and watch those. Those will be linked at the end of this episode. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next on the channel. I would very much like to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, stay cheesy.